And my first question will be to Jonas, Gahr, Støre and Petteri, Orpo. You both have borders with Russia in the north. How serious do you consider the threat from Russia in the Arctic region right now? I'm, of course, thinking about the recent testing of the new missile. And then to Denmark, Mette Frederiksen, any updates on the drone incidents that happened there last month? Where they came from? Do you still consider the incidents hybrid attacks?
Well, if I can begin, it is a long tradition that Norway follows very closely, testing of Russian military technology in the north. We live 100 kilometers from the world's largest nuclear arsenal. And I think one strength of NATO is that we are ears and eyes to follow that. This is not weapons directed primarily against us, but it is a strategic weapon for Russia. And I think it is a worrying sign that so much emphasis is being put into these developments. And what we learned over the last days, I think, is not the complete story about this potential missile, because that has had a very mixed story in its testing. Again, I think I will use, if Petteri will allow, a Finnish expression that Petteri has shared with me, that we are not afraid, but we are prepared. Yes. We know what it is to be a neighbor with the Soviet Union and with Russia, and we are strengthened by having our own defense, which is now scaling up its capacity, but even more so by having Sweden and Finland as partners in NATO, so that we have interoperability in the way we plan also for defense in the north. So there are three dimensions to this from Norway's side. It is our own defense, it's our regional partners in the north, and then of course the NATO partnership with the US and other allies. So if we do our work correctly, we are a threat to no other country, but no other country should have the idea of threatening us. And that makes us pretty confident that we will be able to take care of our own security in that way.
Yes, just like Jonas said, we are not afraid, we are prepared. We have always been prepared in Finland. We have our long history with Russia, and that's why when Russia attacked against Ukraine, we decided to join NATO together with Sweden. Today we work inside NATO to strengthen our defense and our security. We work in the European Union, and we Nordics, we work together. I have to say that I'm very happy that when we have brought our roadmap, how to strengthen European defense, that Russia is threat number one. And it's crucial because it will be. When the war ends in Ukraine, it's clear that Russia will move their forces, military forces, to their western borders, behind our borders. And that's why we have to do even more to strengthen our defense and security inside NATO with our allies, but also together with European Union. It's a real threat for us.
Last week, the plan to use frozen assets didn't move forward as quickly as planned. There's now been talks that, as another option, the Commission will propose a joint debt solution for helping Ukraine. So will this be an option? And Prime Ministers Orpo, Kristersson and Frederiksen, how does this sound to you?
So the question is, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? We look at the financing needs of Ukraine for the years 26 and 27, and I'm very glad and grateful that the European Council has committed to cover the financing needs of Ukraine for the years 26-27, be it military needs or, if necessary, budgetary needs. And therefore, I think it is an important step forward that we look at the immobilized Russian assets, because what are we doing? We're looking at the cash balances. The proposal is to take these cash balances to give a loan to Ukraine that Ukraine has to pay back if Russia pays reparations. And therefore, it's legally sound proposal, not trivial, but a sound proposal. Now the European Council asked for potential options to technical questions that we have there, so we will come with that. But the basic message is very clear towards Russia. We're in for the long haul. We are ready to cover the financing needs of Ukraine so that we are standing by Ukraine for as long as it takes.
Well, I very much agree, and obviously we didn't reach a conclusion last European Council, but we did take a major step, a necessary step, to be able to make that decision. And in this group, you can really count on that. We are very decisive on our will to make that decision on the European Council in December.
Let me support what has already been said. I strongly support the idea of a reparation loan. I think, to be honest, it's the only way forward. And I really like the idea that Russia pays for the damages they have done and committed in Ukraine. For me, there is no alternative to the reparation loan. Of course, we need to find a solution to some of the technical questions that has been asked and details. But first of all, this is a political choice. And when we look at Ukraine as a first line of defense, for me, this is not a question about giving money to Ukraine or to give donations to Ukraine. This is a way of defending Europe. And therefore, we need the next step. And we have talked about it this morning. I think what is necessary is to have a conclusion at our meeting in December. So we will be able to move forward from that on.
Thank you. I strongly agree with the others, and because we have to continue to support Ukraine. We have to find a solution how we can finance their fight. And that's why, and I see that only reasonable solution is to use Russian frozen assets. And that's why Finland gives whole support, strong support to Commission and Ursula von der Leyen's work to find a solution with Belgium. And I'm optimistic. It is possible. And I hope that, we need to do solution in December Council meeting.